Hello everyone and welcome into today's video where we are gonna be checking out some updates to Cardano, some news, and also we will check out the price charts because there has been quite a lot going on in the past few days and there is quite a lot of news, so buckle up and let's go. Well, just before we go, I would really appreciate if you would smash the like button to help me with the YouTube algorithm to reach more people. Thank you for doing so, and now for real, let's get into the video. So we are starting in the official input-output block page. This is the underlying company behind Cardano. You may also know this by the name of IOHK. And I found this article about smart contracts, which is pretty much a summary from my last video about Alonso, so I will not be going too deep. I just found some new interesting information in this one. If you want to see more information about the Alonso update, definitely check out my last video, which is in the top right hand corner. And one of the first things I found really interesting here is this paragraph over here, which describes all the naming behind these updates and phases of Cardano. So we have explained the Allegra token locking, which is called after the Lord Byron's daughter. So the Byron phase was actually the first phase of Cardano. Then we had the Mary fork in March, so Mary was a novelist and a wife of Shelley, which is actually the phase in which we are right now at the moment, which was launched in the summer last year. And now the Alonso update, the newest edition, is named after Alonzo Church, who was a US mathematician and also a co-worker of Alan Turing, which you may know by the Turing test, which the machines have to pass in order to prove they have enough intelligence, pretty much equivalent to a human, at least in this specific Turing test. And also the current Cardano smart contract language is Bluetooth Core, which is actually a variation of Lambda calculus, which is also linked to the Mr. Alonzo Church. So it's really impressive how these names are all interconnected, but whatever, that's not that important, just some cool info. Then they explain a bit more the smart contracts and Alonso more deeply. Also here we have a cool roadmap, so we are pretty much here on this line, so a little bit after the mid of April, and we can see that there is this Bluetooth development and integration going on. There will be some ledger integrations, node integrations, and also WBE integration, and some more testing. So actually the private testing has just ended and there will be this pioneer testing, and then in the middle of summer there will be this code freeze about 4 weeks before the final release of Alonso. So that's the plan for the Cardano smart contracts for the next few months, and the hard fork is scheduled to late summer so far, so we will see how all the testing will go, etc. Then we have also interesting news about some investments by Cardano. They have invested in the firm Coty, and this is actually a first investment by the C Fund, which is a joint venture between Cardano's builder IOHK and also the Los Angeles based Bay Financial. And just an interesting note from the CEO of Coty, he says that there are a lot of new chains like Polkadot and Binance Smart Chain. However, he likes Cardano because it's trying to work with governments, especially in developing countries like Africa and South America, so that's quite interesting. We have some more information from Crypto Potato about this investment, and actually here we can see that back in 2019 Coty developed the first version of AdaPay, and now the team will be responsible for implementing new improvements and modifications to ensure AdaPay's ability to work on the new Shelly mainnet, which is expected to launch launch on the Cardano network in the next few months. And also, apart from the ADA Pay, there are some discussions between Coty and Cardano about new products, so that's quite interesting as well. After this, we have this new feature about Cardano's Anti-Counterfeit solution with the release of a blockchain-based supply chain solution traceability, and they basically now tried to connect a family-owned vineyard which is exporting to more than 8,000 countries. They are trying to connect their metadata on the Cardano blockchain to a unique and traceable scan trust QR code on their bottles. So basically, when you receive the bottle, you can check the QR code and see on the blockchain that it's really from this company you've ordered it from. So that's quite cool as well. And one of the reasons why they've ventured into this area is that by some estimations there may be over 3% of global trade involving counterfeit products. Therefore, when we put this into a USD perspective, that could be nearly $3 trillion by the next year. So pretty huge market share. And it seems that they want to implement even more of these. So definitely it will be interesting to watch this one out to unfold. In some more positive news about Cardano, there has been this new addition of Cardano to Revolut application along with some other crypto. So if you are from Europe, you are probably very familiar with Revolut because it's a London-based company, and recently they've added those new tokens, so Cardano, also Uniswap or Wi-Fi for example, and some few others like Banker, Loopring, and also the Graph. So that is pretty cool because usually with Revolut you can save a lot of money on the transaction fees. However, it's kind of similar to other payment apps where I don't think you own the private keys, which is quite crucial with crypto because there is this saying, not your keys, not your coins. So I would imagine it's pretty similar as if you would leave your coins on a centralized exchange where it can be hacked and you will basically lose all your coins without any way of getting them back. So I would still suggest to buy on a centralized exchange and then withdraw them to your preferably hardware wallet or at least a solid software wallet which gives you your private keys. And then we have some more teasing from Charles Hoskinson for some new big events to watch for. And one of the crucial areas that Cardano is focusing on is, for example, growing its business in Africa, so a huge continent, developing market, and they are hiring a lot of people, new scientists, postdocs, graduate students, etc. They are probably going to spend at least 15 million on this new research and development. And he also believes that the Alonso upgrade will come late in the summer, so probably August. And this would actually bring the smart contracts competitor to Ethereum blockchain, because at this point of time it's pretty much only the Ethereum blockchain where you can use the smart contract. So this could be very interesting for the crypto community because Cardano has a huge fan base and community, so I think there could be a huge wave coming from Ethereum over to Cardano, but we will have to wait and see. And finally we have some more info about Cardano from the Coin Bureau himself. If you don't know, Coin Bureau is one of the largest YouTube channels about crypto, and in a recent video he mentioned that he holds Cardano in his portfolio, and the reason behind this is that he has this basically as a hedge in the event that Ethereum will be unable to live up to its name as the #1 blockchain platform. He also really likes the Cardano's peer review approach to research and development, and he also believes that Cardano will be running smart contracts much sooner than Polkadot, which would theoretically make it the next runner-up to Ethereum, which we talked about just a second ago. However, in comparison to the Polkadot, for example, Cardano isn't able to test smart contracts functionality in real-world setting the same way because Polkadot has the Kusama as their testing network. So this is it from the very long news section, and now let's jump into the charts. Here we can see that in the past few weeks there has been this going back and forth over this trend line over here, and we've also briefly touched the all-time highs at about 1.56 US dollars per token, and then there was this bit of a sideways motion, consolidation, and then there was this huge sell-off from the large institutions who were, I don't know, scared from some potential regulations from the US government. So that's probably the main reason behind this 20-25% drop in pretty much all crypto in the past few days. However, since then the price has come out a little bit and we are now above this very significant resistance, which, if you remember, if we zoom out, that's this dotted line from the all-time highs from the January 2018. So we are still above this one, which is quite crucial for the next development in my opinion. However, we can see down here in the momentum indicator it has crossed under the zero line quite severely, so we have to get back up over the zero line. However, looking more from afar, we can maybe see some kind of a wedge forming over here. So if we take this support and this resistance over here, there is kind of a wedge forming. However, now that we have broke just slightly out, it will be crucial to see if we will be able to snap back in and maybe surpass this resistance to finally start going very strongly up, because pretty much for the last couple of months the Cardano has been going sideways. And checking out the Cardano to Bitcoin ratio, it's pretty much the same story. We've seen pretty much a side movement for the past couple of months, nothing major happening in this ratio. We haven't been able to break this resistance. We had a few tags over here, so there is still not some huge overperformance of Bitcoin in the near future, but looking from far we can see that we are holding still above those two supports, so at least the price is not dropping compared to Bitcoin. And this is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be probably a follow-up in the next couple of days because there has been some more news about Cardano. But I thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please smash the like button to help me with the YouTube algorithm to reach more people. I really appreciate that. And also you can consider subscribing if you want to see more of my crypto content in the future. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers!